And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Now here is Lowry. Outside Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. The baseline J. And misses it off the right side of the rim. So it's Detroit now. Hill inside. And the basket by Hill. Lowry with the ball.
Stan Van Gundy had a moment to share with me.
Stolen by Thomas. And they're pushing it up. Now Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Vince Carter on the wing. Rocket 6. Puts it up from 17. He squares up and sinks it.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Now, here's Thomas. Now, here's Dumars. From 13, and Dumars gets it to go.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And here's Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Kicks it out to Leonard. And here are the Pistons now. Here's Dumars. Here's Wallace. Grant Hill on the wing. Outside Thomas. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
How about that? Going up strong. I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
Lowry with the ball. Outside Lowry. Now here's DeRozan. And he gets it to go.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Now here's Dumars. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Outside Hill. He lobs it up. Now here's Thomas. Toronto trail. Pass to DeRozan. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Hill with it. Here's Thomas. Offside Thomas. And that one goes long. Now DeRozan. Trailing by 2. Pass to Lowry. Right side Lowry. And again, it's DeMar DeRozan.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Now Dumars. Now Thomas. Grant Hill on the wing. Knocked away. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And here's DeRozan. Outside Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Pass to Lowry. This one for 3. That drops.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Outside Thomas. Wallace with the ball. Now here's Wallace. Good. Raptors with the lead. Here's Lowry. Pass to Carter. Back to Lowry. Lets it fly. And again, it's Toronto converting. Now, here's Thomas. Outside Hill. Back to Thomas. Now Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Wallace misses.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Pass to Lowry. Here's Leonard. Here's Valanciunas. No good from Valanciunas. And it's Detroit's ball. They trail by 3. Dumars with it. And here is Wallace. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Raptors call time here. So it's Toronto now. Now Lowry. He's got 5. Back to Carter. Pass to Leonard. Carter outside. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Detroit. And here's Dumars. Outside Thomas. Back to Dumars. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by DeRozan. Outside Leonard for the 3. That's good. He has 5. The Pistons trailing. Here's Thomas. Pass to Hill. Now Wallace. That's tipped. Tries to save it. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And the Raptors making a change here. Just 5 on the clock. Stackhouse. Good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Here's Lowry. Now, here's McGrady. And he's going up with the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Hill. Makes the lead pass. Griffin down low. The shot's good from Griffin.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's McGrady. Lowry. To the inside. Davis. It's rebounded by DeBusschere.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Stackhouse. Back to DeBusschere. Outside for Thomas. The tray. And another 3 for Detroit.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Toronto trailing. Outside Lowry. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Here comes Chauncey Billups. Back to DeBusschere. Here's Stackhouse. A pass to DeBusschere. 6 on the shot clock. Billups with the ball. Knocks down the 3-ball.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's Toronto. It's a 5-point game. Stoudemire with the ball. Siakam. And here's McGrady. Pass to Stoudemire. Misses off the left iron.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
DeBusschere down low. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Stoudemire outside. Ball's not loose. Stoudemire right side. Now McGrady. Siakam. And again, Toronto no up. Here's Stackhouse. Outside Billups. From deep. And another 3 for Detroit.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
Siakam. And he gets the bucket. Now Billups. He's got 6. It's Rip Hamilton on the wing. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And here is Stoudemire. Pass to Davis. Fades away. And he gets it to go.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Billups with the ball. Left side, Billups. That's blocked. But they'll get another chance. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Griffin. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. The Pistons on top. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think? Billups with the ball. Here's Stackhouse. Off the screen, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Pass to Christie. No good. An even 3-on-3 break. Now here's Billups. Hamilton with it. Now Griffin. Griffin inside. The shot is off. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Now here's Stoudemire. There's the pick. Stoudemire left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And here is Billups. 6 points for him. Left side, Billups. Pass to Hamilton. Back to Billups. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And here's Toronto. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Christie can't make it.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Now here is Hamilton. Outside Billups. Pass to Hamilton. Now here's Griffin. Outside Billups. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 9.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
There's a good screen. Here's Stoudemire. Chris. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Billups. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Toronto trailing. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside Leonard. The three. Rebound by the Pistons. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
So it's Toronto now. Carter outside for three. 6 to shoot. Dennis Rodman pulls it in. Dumars with it. Now here's Dumars for the finish. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Back to Rodman. Clock at 6. Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. Carter outside. Here's Valanciunas. Can't get it to go. Dumars with it. Pass to Rodman. Back to Dumars. There's a screen. Fade away. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Raptors making a switch here. Pass to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Dumars. And here we go. Here's Miller. A huge slam, a perfect end to the fast break. Back to Carter. Carter right side. DeRozan. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Wallace outside. Outside Hill. Shot clock at 5. Right side Hill. The kick out to Dumars. Pass to Hill. Back to Dumars. Now Hill. Here's the three. Can't hit. Back to DeRozan. Carter outside. Van Vliet. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Wallace. Here's the screen. Wallace right side. Pass to Hill. Lanier makes it off the glass. 6 points for him.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now DeRozan. He has 6. Carter outside. Fires the 3. Van Vliet. It's blocked. Goes up with it again. And again, it's DeMar DeRozan.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Time call here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And the Raptors making a change here. The Pistons leading. And here is Thomas. He's got 5. Inside. Stolen by Carter. With the lead pass. Stolen by Dumars. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Thomas. Wallace. Soft touch off the glass. Here comes Kyle Lowry. 5 points in the game. Pass to DeRozan. Carter outside. Back to DeRozan. And here's Lowry. 4 on the shot clock. Tries from 16. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now, here's Thomas. There's the screen. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. 7 points in the game.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Back to Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Leonard with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. A stupendous finish in traffic. Here are the Pistons with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now, here's Dumars. Dumars with it. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 6. That's good. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Lowry. Carter outside. Knocked loose. Stolen by Thomas. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the Raptors making a change here. Free throw good, Thomas. And the Raptors with possession. Trailing by 13. Outside Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Valanciunas inside. Valanciunas, good.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Detroit with the ball. Outside Thomas. Dumars. Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. And it's blocked. They recover. Hill. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Now Lowry. 5 points in the game. McGrady. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And here's Dumars. They set the pick. Back to DeBusschere. Outside Thomas. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Toronto trailing. Now, here is McGrady. Pass to Lowry. Here's Leonard. Here's Valanciunas. 13 feet away. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Here's Thomas. Now here's Waltz. That's good. He's got 6.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. And he converts the layup.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Outside Thomas. Hill inside. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Here's Lowry. And that concludes the first half. Pistons ahead. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Isaiah Thomas having a dominant impact in this game. Detroit with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now, here's Duke. It's off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Outside Hill. Back to Thomas. 6 to shoot. Leonard with the steal. And they're running. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Here's Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Gives him the lead pass. That's good. 8 points for him.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
They set the clip. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam. The Pistons leading. Back to Wallace. Hill. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Dumars with it. It's back to Hill. 5 to shoot. Pass to Dumars. And that one hits back iron. Now here is Carter. Now DeRozan. Back to Carter. And here's Lowry. And here's Carter. DeRozan on the wing. Carter outside. Launches a 3. The shot is off. Outside Thomas. Pass to Wallace. Outside Hill. And he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for him.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Outside Lowry. Back to Leonard. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. That's good.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Dumars. Pass to Hill. They set the pick. Now, here's Thomas. Thomas, good. Here's Lowry. He's got 5. Toronto calls timeout. On defense, the Pistons, 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. Valanciunas, good.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Here's Thomas. Outside Hill. Wallace with the ball. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Lowry. He's got 5. Left side, Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Valanciunas. Can't get it to fall. Now Thomas. He's got 14. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the Raptors making a change here. Toronto trailing. And here's Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. And that one's good. 14 points for him. Now a timeout called by Detroit. And the Raptors making a change here. Here comes Isaiah Thomas. He's got 16. Back to Wallace. Pass to Thomas. Offside Thomas. And that one's good. Now here is Lowry. 5 points in the game. Carter outside. And again, it's Toronto converting. Detroit with the ball. 6-point lead. Back to Wallace. Now, here's Dumars. It's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. Outside Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Back to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. And that one's good. He's got 9.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Pass to Thomas. Back to Dumars. The high post shot. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Now here is Lowry. 5 points in the game. Pass to DeRozan. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. The Pistons leading. Phillips with the ball. He's got 9. Back to Rodman. Phillips fires from deep. And he gets it to go. 12 points for him. DeRozan on the wing. Ball stolen. Outside Phillips. Here's Stackhouse. DeRozan defending. Here's Stackhouse. And it's rejected. And here's the fast break. Now DeRozan. 14 points for him. Carter outside. Six to shoot. It's up a 3. And the Raptors miss again.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Pass to Hamilton. Now Griffin. Davis is on it. From 7. And Griffin puts it in. 6 points for him.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And the Raptors making a change here. And here is Stoudemire. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Christie. Can they get it? And the layup is up and in.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Now here's Billups. He's got 12. And blocked. Stoudemire with the ball. Pass to Davis. That is good. He's got 6. Here's Billups. Now here's Griffin. Another 3 for Detroit.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Now here's Stoudemire. Siakam buries the long-range jumper. And here is Billups. Pass to Rodman. Back to Billups. Now Rodman. Now Hamilton. Shot clock at 6. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Pass to Christie. Davis with it. Lots of room. Rodman with the rebound.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Outside Billups. And here's Griffin. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
And stolen by Billups. Here we go, one-on-one. And the slam by Blake Griffin. And here is Stoudemire. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Christie. Clock at 6. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. Now here's Billups. 12 points for him. Here's Griffin. Davis is there. And the layup's good off the glass. 15 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Van Vliet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Christie. That one goes. Count it. Now here's Billups. Here's Stackhouse. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Van Vliet. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Pistons on top. We've got more in store for you right after this. And the final period of play just about to start. Toronto trailing. McCready with the ball. Pass to Davis. 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Bing. Bing. Elbow shot. And he gets the jumper to drop. Stoudemire with the ball. There's the pick. Pass to Leonard. Left side, Leonard. Left side, Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Peterson. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Outside, Billups. There's the block. Peterson. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's McGrady. Stoudemire outside. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Pistons leading. Pass to Hamilton. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Lanier. Up and in on the layup.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
Stoudemire outside. Now here is McGrady. Now here is No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Now Hamilton. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Right side, Billups. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Here's Stoudemire. McGrady shoots from 12. And again, no good by Toronto. It's Rip Hamilton on the way. Bing. High post shot. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pass to Stoudemire. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Now Billups. A pass to DeBusschere. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And that one's good.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Here's Billups. Pass to Hamilton. Back to Billups. Just 5 on the clock. Backing down is DeBusschere. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. And so here's Toronto. 11-point game. And here is Stoudemire. McGrady with the ball. It's rebounded by DeBusschere. Bing. Back to DeBusschere. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now here's Stoudemire. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
And you can't forget, this guy is always on the prowl defensively. looking to pick you off if you get too casual and loose with the ball. He kind of gets in your head that way.
A new group in now for the Raptors. And here are the Pistons now. Now, here's Thomas. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. He's got 20. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen thus far, I wouldn't hold my breath.
That's going to be tough. They set the screen. 6 to shoot. Outside Leonard. Lets it go from 14. Good. He hits the jump shot.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Right side Hill. Back to Dumars. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And so here's Toronto, trailing by 13. Lowry with the ball. Pass to Carter. To the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by Dumars. Hill inside. Hill inside. Outside Thomas. Now here's Wallace. Outside Hill. 4 on the clock. Puts it up. And there's another one for the Pistons. Lowry with the ball. Carter outside. But they get it back. Back to Lowry. Pass to Carter. Offline with his 3.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Grant Hill on the wing. Here's Thomas. It's back to Hill. 5 to shoot. Got it. Good job in the low post.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Lowry. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Now, here's Thomas. Grant Hill on the wing. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. DeRozan. Here's Carter. And he gets it to go.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
And the Pistons with possession. The lead is 15. Left side Lowry. It's Vince Carter on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. Good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Here's Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Back to Thomas. Goes up on the high post. And that's good for 2. 22 points for him.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Here's Lowry. Pass to Leonard. Leads him in there. Now here's DeRozan. DeRozan's shot is good.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here comes Isaiah Thomas. Now Dumars. Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Carter. Now, Lowry. And here's DeRozan. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
And here is Thomas. Outside Hill. Pass to Wallace. Here's Hill. Shot clock at 5. Can't get it to go. Now here is Lowry. Outside Leonard. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Now Thomas. And it's good. And the Raptors with possession. Back to Lowry. Thomas with the ball. Right side Thomas. Misses the step-back jump shot. Here's Valanciunas. DeRozan on the wing. Here's Carter. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And Detroit has possession. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Dumars. And so the Pistons